Hi, my name is Esther Mazzaq Tigittuaq from King Island. My family is from King Island, but I live here in Anchorage. I'll be teaching yo-yos. When I make the string, my mom, my grandma, they taught me to measure, use your arm. Measure the thread. I have a pattern here, yo-yo pattern, very simple pattern. And usually what I do is I put it on a sealskin and I trace it on the sealskin, and then for the bottom would be the leather. You also need 2 of these. So first thing I'll do is and what I do is I tie knots here, make it secure, so when you first start sewing, that knotted part there, I'll poke my needle through there so that the knot could be on the knot. Because yo-yos need to be sturdy, so when you play the yo-yo, one won't go flying one direction. So I like to make mine secure. And here I have the sealskin cut out here. I put a little knot, cut knot here, so when I sew it together, it looks even and easier to sew, and that's what it would look like. So I poke a hole through here, and the knot is here. You want to make sure that knot is pretty good so your yo-yo won't break and come apart. And I use a 3-corner needle, skin needle. It's a really tiny, sharp 3-cornered needle for the thread, for the skin to go through. Because the sealskin and the leather is pretty hard to sew. And traditionally these were made for bird hunting. This is what my parents told me. At King Island there are so many birds that they get yo-yos, but the yo-yos would be made out of sinew or rawhide, walrus or sealskin, and there'd be like 5 walrus teeth on one end. And what they do is they twirl the yo-yo, throw it, and then once they see the flock of birds or a bird in the air, they throw the yo-yo and catch the bird, and the bird would get stuck in that yo-yo that they threw, and that's how they caught the bird at King Island. But this is how it goes. One goes one direction. This one is longer than the other one, so they won't hit each other when they twirl. So you twirl one, and the one you're holding has to be, you have to throw it the opposite direction. And up and down motion. And the handle could be made out of various things. This one is made out of the caribou antler or reindeer antler. It's much easier for the person that makes my handles to work with. Usually at home I like to sit down on the floor, because on King Island we have no furniture at King Island. We sit on the floor, sleep on the floor, eat on the floor. And most of us that grew up from the 60s, we still do the same, but my kids, they don't like sitting on the floor. So I'll just do the whip stitch all the way to the end. I'll pull it a little bit, not too tight. I like to use recycled stuff to stuff my yo-yos. And usually what I do at the end, I'll just kind of tie a little knot at the end. And then since I sewed it and it's kind of straight like that, I like to pull it like this, so kind of pull the stitches back. And then I'll stuff it using scissors, and I really stuff it. You can feel the yo-yo, it's very hard. And usually I use weight, put a weight in their marble, so when they're going around you can go for a while. These ones are pretty light, I forgot to put a marble in them. Marble or rock, not a big rock, but you know, big enough to have a good weight in your yo-yo. Growing up, my mother would make us make yo-yos for our money, income, whatever. Because, you know, growing up from a big family, she'd say, find something to do. So we would make yo-yos and sell them for tourists during the summertime, gift shops. And I'll close the yo-yo. Let's see. Doing the whip stitch again, closing the yo-yo all the way around. Just enough to fit the bottom of the yo-yo. And when you're sewing so much, your pinky gets really raw. So I make a guard for mine, leather guard. So when you pull the thread, you won't get blisters. People think it's easy to sew, but first time when you sew, it's pretty hard, it's pretty tough. Some people do designs on the yo-yo, put beads, but this is just a simple yo-yo. And coming to the end there. What I'll do is I'll tie a knot, wind it like 3 times, put that knot in there, poke your needle right by the knot, poke it through, and you kind of pull it until you hear a click, and your knot is inside. And then I'll just get my scissors and cut the thread off. And that's the yo-yo. You need 2 sides. One is complete, the other one you'll sew together. And you'll put the handle after you're done. And it'll be the antler or whatever yo-yo handle you want. And this is a yo-yo.